Legends only. Your information was too important to be cut off. I couldn't have, because see, I don't think people really realize, Foxx.
Yeah.
When you get the call,
Yeah.
now mind you, it's one thing. You have Oprah, you have Sidney Poitier, which you do these impersonations massively, by the way.
Yeah.
You have Quincy Jones. You're sitting on the piano, you know what I'm saying, singing with Ray Charles. You have these moments, but then you get the call, like, it's bigger.
Yeah. And they say that we want you to not say, and let me frame it for those just getting on. We're trying to win the Oscar. We're on our way to the Oscars. We won the Golden. For Ray Charles, we've won the Golden Globe, we won the SAG, we won the BAFTA, we won everything. And my speech has everything. And my speech has always been like, this is a black man, it's a black story. That's what I come from. This is what it's about. And I get the call with all these people on the line, Hollywood types, white, a couple of blacks, saying that we want to say an American story. Jaime, can we just curtail? Can we figure out a way to encompass whatever? And I said, hey, man, I'm going to tell, y'all listen to me? Fuck every single one of you. And I'm going to explain
Who the fuck was it, Jaime? Who was it? Who was it? You don't have to say
it was some people. It was some people who I had to give a tough lesson to, because it was people I knew. Wow. But sometimes they don't understand that the innate superiority, or that the innate subliminal way of what you feel about black people being successful, I had to teach you. So I said, listen, first of all, do y'all realize, and I didn't go black, KB. I went green.
Hello?
I said, don't y'all get it? It's business. If I say this black movie wins the biggest award in the world, do more black films like this. Dreamgirls, Whoop That Trick, all the other black movies that came after Ray. Now you can put your dollars behind black movies because they work. And if I go up and say it's an American story, it'll get convoluted. Once I say it's a black story and we win, we open for black business.
Come on.
And because of that, we flourish now. But it hurt me, but I took them through it, and they understood, they apologized, and that night, we was all black. And as a matter of fact, I didn't go to the Vanity Fair Park, KB.
Where'd you go?
They were niggas. Dave Brown threw me a party. Bria, we threw a party.
Dave Brown?
Yeah, now, look, Dave Brown threw the party. I said, Dave, throw the party, but don't say it's my party, because I don't want to seem like I'm presumptive, like I'm going to win. But I'm not going to that Vanity Fair Park, because we need to celebrate. So, bro, we set up this party. Like, imagine all the SUVs going to the Vanity Fair party. We turn, get to our party, and there's niggas is everywhere. They take the trophy out of my hand. Niggas is taking pictures like they out of jail. Hold on. Then somebody take the trophy. I don't see the motherfucker 35, 40 minutes. Niggas smoking weed the whole nine. The fucking Oscar got high as fuck. The niggas came back to me like, yo, nigga, what the fuck is this, dog? I know Denzel ain't did this shit, dog. But he lost it. The Oscar lost his base and shit. The motherfucker was outside trying to catch a cab. I said, come on back in, man. This is how we do, man. And it was a beautiful moment seeing LisaRaye and seeing all the beautiful black Hollywood that was there celebrating that, seeing Puff, seeing all those people and how we celebrated on that, seeing Andre Harrell. And that's what it's about. And when you take what you do, and I'm not a perfect black man. That's what I'm going to tell people all the time. I'm not a perfect black man. But it feels good to do something with us. It feels good when you win and it's us. And that's me with Kenan. That's Kenan pat me on the back like, yo, nigga, that's right. Stay who you are. And whenever I slip out of that, I see people like Kenny Burns who be like, you good? Yeah. Stay with it. You know what I'm saying? Right. And then after that, after Ray came out, man, Briard comes back in and says, yo, the music time is right. And so Briard, who says everything 3 times, called me 4 o'clock in the morning. Wake your ass up, nigga. Wake your ass up. Wake your ass up. I said, what's up, Bria? It's 4 in the morning. Nigga, you want to be in the music business? You want to be in the music business? Yeah. You want to be in the music business? Yeah. I said, Kanye got a heat rock. I said, what? Nigga, just come down to the studio right now. Kanye got a heater. So I get to the studio 4 something in the morning. He said, listen, follow my lead when we go in here. This motherfucker got a heater. So when I go in, Kanye is working on this little song called Gold Digger.
That's right.
And the song is playing. Now I ain't saying she a gold digger, but she ain't messing with no broke nigga. So I'm vibing.
She take my money.
Yeah,
when
man.
I'm in need.
Yeah.
Nigga trifling.
Stop for a second, KP. Stop for a second.
That digger.
Yeah.
I ain't saying she a gold digger.
Hey,
Foxx.
KP.
When that hit, boy. Yeah,
listen,
you back.
But
when
you gotta
that hit,
appreciate,
my nigga.
Ooh, but you gotta appreciate this. We wasn't on the track. Brian stopped the session.
What?
Brian, little motherfucker Brian stopped the session. And he said, that shit is cool, but it ain't shit unless Foxx is on there. And I was like, Brian, what is it? Nigga, shut up, nigga, just go in. So I go in the booth. He said, no, Foxx got to do that shit. So I go in and Brian takes over the session. And so I said, well, yeah, run the track back. Yeah, run it back.
No, you gotta sing it for real, Foxx. Stop fucking playing.
Wait. For about an hour, then by an hour, 15 minutes later, I said, Brian, I got it. She take my money when I'm in need. Yeah, she's a trifling friend indeed.
Foxx, where you at?
She's a gold.
Oh, there you go.
Am I back?
There you go. You back.
And then finally, after about an hour, I said, I got it, Brie. She take my money when I'm in need. Yeah, she's a trifling friend indeed. Oh, she's a gold digger. Way over town that digs on do, and the rest was history.
You know what's so crazy? The first time I heard you tell that story was at where were we just at? It was the Urban One Honor.
Yeah, the Urban One, yeah.
And I was and you know I'm hosting in between, and when you said that, I felt so good for my partner, man, because again, you know, it's people behind the scenes, man, that be plugging and playing, and you don't be knowing. And I'm standing back there and I'm looking at you and I'm looking at Brian, I'm looking at you, and obviously throughout the night we kept having a ball. But I was so happy, man, that my man got his. And that's the first time I had ever heard that.
Yeah, man. Well, you know, like me and Brian, bro, we like brothers, man. Like me and Brian have done the greatest albums in the world and then had a absolute fist fight brawl at the Usher concert, nigga. Nigga, Usher is up there moonwalking and shit and look out and see me and Brian throwing hands, nigga, like, nigga, fuck you, nigga. The fuck you, nigga. We going crazy. So, but it's like, that's my little brother, man. And like, you know, a lot of times, like I was really hurt when the Teddy Riley shit happened. But I remember Brian standing behind me when I was to do the national anthem for Floyd Mayweather, right?
Right.
And so we had this organ set up, but my ear things were out and I couldn't hear the organ. So I tried to like get it on the spot and everybody was trying to like, you know, fillet me like a nigga couldn't sing. I'm like, nigga, really? I said, you know, we just, you know, we was off or whatever, but you know how internet people, whatever, they're going crazy. But Brian was like, well, nigga, I'm here with you, nigga. You know, whatever it is, nigga. I said, you know what, right, nigga, let's ride out, nigga, fuck it.
That's
so when the shit happened with him, I said, nigga, I'm here with you, nigga. You know, I ain't gonna do all the jokes, but you know, but we gonna run towards it. And at the end of it, you know, it's like those types of relationships that you have trying to build something, it's never on your own. And sometimes it's a person that you are gonna bump head with and that type of thing. But the one thing we always got, we got each other's back, man, and we made a lot of great history.
A lot of it, and it's more to come, man. And I want to finish out. I want to go to 2012 really quick. Yeah, Django was one of my movies, man. You know, I'm a Quentin Tarantino fan from day one. But Foxx, man, you and Kerry Washington in that joint. I mean, and I love Christoph Waltz, Samuel L. Jackson. Played the best house nigga ever in the history of the world. That man played the shit. I wanted to shoot that nigga in the face.
He played the fuck out that shit.
Foxx, but how when he's the total opposite. But how was that, man? I mean, the Django, I don't think it got its due.
Well, Django is the highest grossing Quentin Tarantino film. It's done close to 500 million in the box.
I didn't know that. Wow.
Yeah, it's done close to 500 million in the box office. I'm gonna tell you why Django's important. Let's go back. I heard about Django, and I had a different management at the time, but I heard about Django. I'm like, damn, man, I heard about this shit. You know, Tyler Perry. I ran into Tyler Perry. Have you heard about this Django movie? I hear it's something else. I said, damn, yeah, I heard about it. And then I heard that Will Smith was up for it. I was like, nigga, you got to do that shit. I said, because I know the history of Django. I know that there have been 56 Djangos made in Italy.
Right.
So it's a whole different, it's a franchise. And Will was like, you know, he was on the fence about it, and he had a lot of other shit that he wanted to do. I said, Will, you do that shit, you ain't gonna be able to walk the planet. So he passes, and then Idris Elba was up for it. So I was talking to him, and Idris
wait. So wait, you said Idris was up for it?
Idris was up for it, bro. He came to one of my shows, and he was backstage. Like, you know, I heard about this thing from Quentin Tarantino, Squall Django. You know, I don't know. I'm on the fence with it. You know, as far as, you know, doing Django or whatever. What do you think? I said, man, yo, beautiful black motherfucking ass ride up on a horse, nigga. It's over, nigga.
Right.
Yeah, I'm really on the fence about it and don't really know what I should do. I was like, man, do that shit. So he decides not to do it. So then I get my new management, and I'm up, and I go meet Quentin Tarantino. I had already had the script memorized. Now this is going back to my hustle. You know what I'm saying? Because it wasn't like he gonna give me the part. So I went back, had the script memorized. I told him the word nigga, yeah, it's powerful, but that's what they were doing back then. I'm used to that. I'm from Texas. I know what it is. That's how it was. So that don't bother me. And at the same time, this is what I hit him with, KB. I got my own horse.
Wow.
He said, huh? I got my own horse. It's outside. You got your own fucking horse? I said, yeah. Right. What? Who has a fucking horse? I said, I got that motherfucker. And a matter of fact, I did some recon. Your stunt horse looked just like my horse. All I got to do is paint the shoes.
Wow.
So then the next thing you know, man, I get the part. And it was amazing, bro, because, you know, no one really knew how powerful it was going to be. But I knew one thing. When you talk about the Kerry Washington situation, Kerry's character wasn't pumped all the way up in the script. So I politely asked Quentin, I said, Quentin, it's wonderful, but if you bump up Kerry Washington's part to where this black man who was a slave, he ain't trying to cure slavery because he ain't gonna do that. But he got his woman he trying to go get, and he gonna kill everybody to get to her. Now it's a love story, and everybody love that. Women love that. You know, guys love that. So we get the best of both worlds. We get the high octane action, but at the same time, there's love behind there. So, and then we talk about Samuel Jackson. That motherfucker was better than everybody.
Hey, dog, that nigga played that role like that was the last thing he was gonna do on Earth.
Let me explain something to you, Kenny. He would do his lines and come right out of it. Who in the hell is this nigga on this night? What? Why you feel the need to entertain this nigga? Cut. How was that? You like that? Huh? How was that? I was like, the motherfucker was amazing. And genius. When it came to Leo, Leo's best friend is Q-Tip.
Crazy. He killed that too. Leo DiCaprio killed that.
But check this out. He has to say the word nigga in rehearsal, and he can't say it. He says it a few times. Yo, pal, I can't say this. And Samuel Jackson goes, say that shit, motherfucker. It's just another motherfucking Tuesday. Fuck these niggas. This is rehearsal.
Wow.
So we already go. He's like, fuck that shit. So I say, Leo, yeah, Leo, man, I ain't your friend right now. You know what I'm saying? Because me and Leo tight. I said, I'm not your friend. You know, this is back in that day. We would never talk to each other. You would never speak to me. So it gets the law. The next day, Leo came in. I saw him. I said, what's up, Leo? Leo, what's up, eh? L. He didn't speak to me. And that motherfucker went into his character. So you see these juggernauts of actors and directors pulling these incredible performances that to this day, man, when I go to like Italy or France, I can't walk the streets.
Wow.
Because Django came from Italy. It was a spaghetti western. You know, I'm glad that you know, Big Willie and sexy ass Idris said no, so I can get on up in there.
You back now. There you go. These characters. You were talking about these characters. You broke up and now you back.
Hey, they still off the internet, right, D?
You back perfect.
Tell everybody not to be, because I feel like somebody is. Yeah, so what was the last thing I said?
You were talking about when you get to this place as an actor. You were saying that, you know, he came in, didn't speak, then you got past that.
Yeah, well, like I said, when you get to this moment in as an actor, man, this is where these iconic characters, you know, live forever, man, and you get a chance to rub elbows with some of the most incredible actors and actresses in the world. You will go down in history as one of the best black cowboys ever to be in the Western. How about that? Well, here's the thing, KB. Quentin Tarantino did that. This white dude said, yo, I'm gonna let the black man kill everybody.
Wow.
And that's unheard of. And here you go, KB. They saw the take of when Django gets revenge, and they pushed Quentin Tarantino not to put that in the movie.
Wow.
Because they didn't want to see that.
Wow.
And Quentin Tarantino said, you know that motherfucker law. He said, you fucking pieces of shit. He hit the fucking roof on their ass. You know, that's a different type of, that white anger, nigga. You know, he could say what the fuck he want. You fucking sons of bitch. He went crazy. And it is what it is, but they fought against it.
That's crazy, man. And I want to end it with this, man. We talked last week. I confessed that I hadn't saw Just Mercy yet. And I saw it. I told you I was going to go watch it.
Yeah.
Sat down and watched that movie, man. You and Michael B. Jordan, Foxx, I mean, you took that to the next planet, bro. That's one of your best movies ever, bro. And clearly you're an Academy Award winner. You have Golden Globes, everything. But that was an amazing movie, bro.
Listen, man, it's so necessary, and it's so sad that we are still going through some of those things now. If you haven't seen it, I play Walter McMillan, who is a black man wrongly accused of raping and killing a white woman in the South back in 1986, which wasn't that long ago.
Yeah.
He's put on death row without a trial. And then, by the grace of God, a young man by the name of Brian Stevenson, who was played eloquently by Michael B. Jordan, comes down as an intern, takes this case, and ends up going on this journey and overturning the first death row case in Alabama history. The reason that it resonates so much with me is because somebody going to jail, it troubles me. My father went to jail for $25 worth of illegal substance. They put him in jail for 7 years. What they didn't understand was that this man was an educator in Dallas, Texas, in Lincoln High School for 25 years.
Right.
The very judge that he had come to the school and talk to the kids presided over his case.
Wow.
They put this man in jail next to some of the kids that he taught.
Wow.
But they didn't understand that black man showed me how to throw a football, showed me how to play basketball, taught me how to play tennis. I said, well, I got to learn how to do white people stuff. He says, because I want you to be well-rounded.
Come on.
And the thing is that KB, I don't visit people in jail because I don't like seeing black folks in jail. I couldn't do it. And even I think that's what's the problem with us now. We've gotten so used to going to jail that we think it's a norm. We even rap about it. We come from a place of we have to be in jail in order for us to be considered valid. I don't do it.
Like it's a badge of honor.
And it's not.
It's not.
It's not. And I tell and whenever I whisper to some of these young rappers or hip hop or anything, I say, hey, can we do something? Because I ain't trying to cut your artistry. That's another conversation. I said, but I wrote my father one letter. I said, you get out, I save your life. And I said, because I can't see you like that because I see you as a king. I'm not going to look at you in no cage. And when he get out,
come on, it's all good, brother.
What's crazy is the motherfucker right over here behind me because he been living with me for 20 years. And daily I check to make sure he cool. And at one point, when he first got out, this 2001, because he loved tennis so much, I told my dad, I said, I'm on now. Things is different. So we're going to have a different life. And I took him to the U.S. Open so we could see Venus play tennis. And we sat there and we cried, KB. We was like, man, we're blessed. Not everybody has that opportunity to be blessed, but it's been 20 years strong. He's been living with me. We sit like we built a porch out on the back.
Right.
We sit there and we just chill, man. But my father's so necessary, man. And he talks about, he was the last person to go to a segregated high school.
Wow.
He talks about the importance of Black education as a teacher. He talks about when it was a segregated school that we got our education. You couldn't afford not to be smart. You couldn't afford not to be part of the political process. You couldn't afford it. When we integrated, you know, we felt behind because some of those teachers, those white teachers, didn't want to teach us.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? They were happy that we would say, hey, I don't want to participate because we don't think that we matter. So his voice resonates through me, man. And that's why when I saw what you were saying, that's my father. That's the DNA of who my dad is. And so KB, that's why I say you important, because your megaphone is the right megaphone to listen to right now, because we can't sit back, man. Look at what's going on around us. And we feel like we don't know where to go and what to do. But people like yourself you got the courage to speak out and say what it is really important, man.
Yo, I want to say this to you, Foxx, man, and I'm gonna wrap it up. But you almost had me, nigga. Like, people on here crying. I know they crying. You almost had me, nigga. I was 2 seconds away. But
it's all good.
You know, I want to tell you this. You called me last week. Just to refresh from the other interview. You called me last week, man. You told me that you saw me, that I had an offering. You just gave me some more flowers, and I appreciate that. But I want to say this, man, and this has everything to do with what you just said. These times are the most inconsistent of our lifetime.
Right.
The times we're in right now, there's no room or margin for error. We have no choice but to get out here and not only speak our truth, but provide the information to the people that only read headlines, and give them the wherewithal and the understanding of what's at stake. We, as, you know, superheroes to many, as thought leaders to many, as cultural leaders, because we Black, we represent our people. We want to be motherfucking responsible or not. And to do things that are irresponsible is not an option. We have 2 candidates left. One who has put us back all of the 8 years that Obama built for us. And people want to say, well, Obama, he was a Black man, the first you ever saw in that position in the world, held himself at the utmost highest quality of human, did not go low for anybody. And if you Black growing up with single parents like you and I did, and having relatives and extensions of things, and not having a visual of what Black family looks like, what Black excellence looks like, then you should stab yourself. Jamie Foxx tell me that I had a voice and I should use it. He also put me in touch with Joe Biden.
For sure. For sure. You breaking up, Tim.
You there now?
Yeah, you were breaking up.
Okay, I know I probably was. What did I end at? What did you miss?
Now let's get that whole thing again.
The whole thing?
Yeah, because we couldn't hear you.
Oh shit. When Foxx reached out to me, Foxx did not know that I was a convicted felon, and that I made a mistake when I was 18 years old. And so I'm talking to Foxx, and I'm like, Foxx, how am I going to be able to, like, what am I going to say? Like, I know I want to speak for my people, but I'm not a politician, because that's the first thing Foxx asked me. He's like, you want to get in politics, nigga? I was like, I'm a convicted felon. He said, we can fix that. I'm like, okay, wait. But then he goes on to say, like, no, like, you got to speak like you speak. When you did the Sean King interview, Kenny, and this is him talking to me, Foxx talking to me, he was like, you had control of the conversation. You controlled the narrative, and you held them responsible for rhetoric. And so I wanted to tell you thank you, because oftentimes people like myself didn't get a college degree, strapped up my boots at 18 after becoming a convicted felon, and I figured my life out. And I'm not only successful because of status quo, I'm successful because I've defined it for myself. And you saying that last week, Foxx, it took it over the top for me, man. So I just want to say thank you in front of everybody. So when they see Joe Biden on the show next week, they know who the fuck called who and did what.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. First of all, KB, man, you special. And that's what it's about, being able to go through your trials and tribulations as a black man and come out shining. Not everybody has that wherewithal. And so for people that don't have it, we have to help them get it. When you talk about what went on years ago, man, there was so many different things when it comes to us, just figuring out how to govern all these things. And this is coming straight from Joe Biden. This is coming from Obama. This is coming from, I said, when you go back to those times, you have to understand how everybody's mindset at the time, what we were dealing with crime and all that. What Joe was asking, give me my chance now to right those wrongs. Kenny Burns, I want to look you in the eye and say, hey, I'm going to roll my sleeves up and get the job finished, what Obama did. Look, KB, it'd be one thing for me to call you and say, hey, man, I didn't like what you said, or hey, man, I love what you said, and not offer you nothing. I'm going to give you the president hopeful, because I told him that the people that are necessary in my book are people like Kenny Burns, who sees this. Look, we can talk about whatever else we want to talk about in March. But for now, if we're really sincere about what has happened to us as a country, look, I can't let my kids watch 45, because no matter what we did in the world, we always look to the office of president as a moral compass.
100%.
When a man handles himself like that, would you want him around your kids? Now, that being said, he didn't vote for himself. So what I said to Mr. Biden and everybody, I say, run for the people.
Yes.
Not run against the candidate. And the other thing is this, we have to change our mindset. You know what's crazy about Republicans and Democrats? I told Democrats, sometimes y'all like R&B singers. Y'all got to do everything on your own. I got to sing lead. Soon, but they all step together. This is the moment where we should step together. We should all band together, because if we are about getting the moral compass back, or we're about having someone talk at the highest level, but not trash a race, not trash a person. That's not what that office was set up for. And a lot of people on the Republican side are fed up behind closed doors. Kenny, my grandma used to say the word is furniture. When I would go play the piano for the big white places in Texas, I'm gonna tell you the story why I'm a Democrat.
Yeah.
My grandmother had me play the piano. So one time I got this gig to go play for this big white home in Texas, right? And I was 15 years old. My boy was 16, so he could drive. I couldn't drive. When we get there, the white guy opens the door and he sees two black guys at his doorstep out in the country. He says, "What's going on here?" I said, "Well, I'm here to play for your Christmas party." "What?" I said, "Yeah, is there a problem?" "Yeah, there's a problem. I can't have two niggers in my house at the same time." Now, mind you, I was used to that. I said, "Okay, sir, well, I'm the one that's playing. Can he wait, in the drive?" He can't even wait on the street. He's got to get out of here. Now, I don't know if you know how long a country mile is.
Yeah.
I told him, come back and pick me up at like 8:15, which is pretty late for, a 15-year-old. So he has me come in. He says, "Where's your tuxedo?" I said, "They didn't tell me to have one, sir." So he takes me in this, I thought it was a bedroom, but it was clothes in it. It was a walk-in closet. I ain't never seen no shit like that. I said, "Oh, shit." He hands me a Brooks Brothers coat with the patches on the side. I'm like, "Oh, that's nice." So I sit down, I start to play. As I'm playing, they start telling nigger jokes. Some of the school faculty, people that I know, I'm in a very small town. The lady of the house comes up and apologizes and says, I apologize for my husband and their friends what to say. And it's all good because my grandmother taught me a word called furniture. When you're playing for these big white homes, you're part of the furniture. You don't say anything because she was a maid. So I don't say, but I listen. I listen to everything at a 15-year-old, them telling nigger jokes. What's brown and bubbly? A nigger in a microwave. And it goes on and on. At one point, the lady was embarrassed. She said, well, can you sing? I said, yeah, I can sing. Chess, not roasting, no, open fire. Jack Frost nipping that, and so on and so forth. That cracked it. That white man looked at me, and at the end of it, he gave me $100. I was like, shit, call me nigga every day. So I got this $100 and fuck it, right?
Right.
That's like a Black American Express card.
Right.
But here's what was crazy about the end of it, KB. I went to give him the jacket back. He says, no, I can't wear that jacket anymore.
Wow.
You take it. So I got finished earlier than I was supposed to. So he made me wait outside up the street off of his property. Now, anybody knows Texas during Christmas time, it's about 28, 29 degrees outside.
Right.
So I flipped the jacket collar up, waited on my friend. When I got in the truck, my friend said, how was it? I said, yo, you know what? I got to get out of here. I'm changing my college from North Texas State. I'm going to California. I said, because if I don't leave, I'm going to kill somebody or somebody's going to kill me because I'm way more advanced than that. Here's the reason I vote Democrat. That person that said that to me ended up being a Texas senator. Realize what you're up against.
Wow.
Realize what you're up against. And I've talked to some of those guys. I told you. I've talked to some, and I got Republican friends. But they also tell me, you know what team I play for. Realize that man that 45 right now, realize the Supreme Court justice that he got. While we worrying about what he's saying, we didn't go to the polls. He got the Supreme Court justice forever, for life. Think about the judges now that are being picked to be to be our judges who are presiding in our cases. Yes. Because we decided to stay home. Think about what we're dealing with right now. This black man getting shot in the middle of the street by these two white men. And here we are, we weep and we cry and we make emojis and we don't know what to do. But 45 said those people that carry those type of guns and feel that way are good people. So is there any question on who we should vote for? And if there's a question, then you have to ask, then what's going on with you? Because once we get back to, even Republicans call me, man, and I'll give you the names at one point. They called me and says, Jaime, we are in a quagmire because this young man, and then on top of it, we need to change the way we choose our presidents. I don't think we should choose entertainers anymore. We should change the language that you have to have governed in a mayor or some type of gubernatorial position. My grandmother said when I was 10 years old that one day an idiot will be president. I said, why do you say that, Granny? Because you don't have to have experience. You can just run. So it's not what 45 possesses, it's what comes after that. One thing I can tell you about both Republican and Democrat when I'm around them, you know what they know? They know politics. Right. They know if they say something about other parts of the world, it changes the Earth's axis and makes it tough on us. Why do you think we're in the situation right now? You got a person who is the leader of the free world who's talking reckless about other leaders. You feel me? And so now when it comes to information that we desperately need to save black folks from this virus, we can't even get the right information because we've been talking crazy. Wow. Think about it. Yeah. So KB, you on the right track. And we still love, and here's the one thing I'm gonna tell y'all. We love our brothers. That's right. I love Puff. I love Charlamagne. I love Sean King. Love them to death. And that ain't gonna never change. And sometimes we need to have private conversations so no one know what we're saying. So when we come out, we're on the same front and we have our agenda. We have what we want because what they do bank on is confusion. No question. Look at them. They're arguing against each other. We don't need that. I love them 100%. No matter what. And KB, I love you. And when you're ready to run for president, I guarantee you I'm going to be there because you the man with the gas. You the one who's courageous. And I'll tell you, and if Cool only came in a can, I'd buy five cans of Cool because ain't nobody cooler than you. And everybody know it and understand that, KB.
Thank you. Well, I want to tell you, Foxx, man, you are not only a selfless human. And I want you to hold that dear, man. You know, being selfless until you have a child, I don't really think you know what that is. Until you become the caretaker of your parents, I don't really think you know what that is. But you are a selfless human, man. For you to do that for me, Means the world if you never said another thing to him, and I hope we do way more together. But I just want you to know that touched my heart and soul. And I'm glad today we had the opportunity on the Kenny Burns show to even show people this side of you. You know, you have been on the front line, and this is all things that I've learned over the last week. You know, you've been on the front line as long as it's been the front line, as long as you had the opportunity to speak on our behalf. And people should know that, man. And by listening to you today and the regurgitation of this interview, man, they will know that. So please, you are necessary. You are a national treasure. And the next party, I'm hosting.
KB, that's all I need, baby. I need that. God bless you, man.
Continue, you too, brother. I love you. Okay.
Love you.
Peace. I'm full, y'all. I hope I don't know. I just hope that you are full, and I hope you received all of that. This is part 2. Part 1 is up. Just digest it and spread the word. Joe Biden is coming on the Kenny Burns show. Stay tuned.